Picture this: a dusty lamp, a swirl of smoke. A booming voice says, "You have 3 wishes, not 4, not 10, always 3. From Aladdin to bedtime stories to late night, what would you wish for? Conversations. The rule feels ancient and unbreakable. But have you ever stopped to ask why? Tonight, we're sitting around the campfire of myth and memory, asking a simple but powerful question. Why do genies only grant 3 wishes? Is it just a storytelling habit? Or is there something deeper, something historical, symbolic, even psychological, behind that magical number? In this video, we'll explore where the rule comes from in ancient folklore, why the number 3 keeps showing up across cultures, and how modern psychology might secretly agree with the genies. Let's begin. 1. The mythological roots. Jinn with limits. First, we need to clear something up. Genies, more accurately called jinn, did not start as wish machines. In Islamic mythology, jinn are powerful beings made of smokeless fire. They existed before humans, have free will, and are not all-powerful. According to Islamic tradition, jinn live under the same divine laws as humans. They can help, deceive, or bargain, but always within limits set by God. In the original 1001 Nights, often called Arabian Nights, wishes are not always neatly capped at 3. Some stories involve bargains, some involve consequences, and many involve clever trickery. The 3-wish rule became more common as these stories traveled into Europe and were adapted into fairy tales. Folklorist Richard Dorson noted that oral stories often evolved towards simpler, more memorable structures. 3 wishes became a clean, dramatic framework that audiences could easily follow. 2. Why the number 3? Ancient symbolism everywhere. The number 3 appears across cultures and belief systems. In Christianity, there is the Holy Trinity. In Hinduism, the Trinity of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva represents creation, preservation, and destruction. In Norse mythology, 3 Norns control fate. In ancient Greek myth, the 3 fates decide the course of human lives: beginning, middle, end. Historians of religion often describe 3 as a number of balance and completeness. It represents harmony, not excess and not scarcity. Storytelling itself follows the rule of 3. 3 trials, 3 brothers, 3 chances to succeed. When a genie offers 3 wishes, it feels final, complete, and satisfying. Numerologists also associate the number 3 with manifestation, the point where thought becomes reality, making it especially fitting for magical stories. 3. The psychological angle. Why more wishes would backfire? Modern psychology offers another clue. Researchers have studied a concept called choice overload, which shows that too many options often lead to anxiety, indecision, and regret. In a well-known study by psychologists Sheena Iyengar and Mark Lepper, shoppers were more likely to buy jam when offered 6 options rather than 24. Fewer choices led to more satisfaction. Unlimited wishes would overwhelm most people. Instead of joy, they would create stress, second-guessing, and regret over earlier decisions. Psychologist Barry Schwartz, author of The Paradox of Choice, argues that people are happiest when choices are limited but meaningful. 3 wishes force people to think carefully, prioritize what matters most, and accept the consequences of their decisions. In a way, the genie's rule protects the wisher from themselves. 4. Greed, consequences, and moral lessons. Folk tales are more than entertainment. They are moral lessons passed down through generations. Across cultures, stories about unlimited power almost always end badly. The fisherman who asks for too much, the ruler who wants immortality, or the mortal who plays God often loses everything. European fairy tales like The Fisherman and His Wife, collected by the brothers Grimm, use 3 wishes to show how greed destroys happiness when people fail to appreciate what they already have. By limiting wishes, the story turns magic into a test of character. It asks whether someone will choose wisely or waste their chance. 5. Real-world genie. Stories and cultural variations. Throughout history, some people have claimed to summon spirits or supernatural beings that could grant favors, especially during the rise of spiritualism in the 19th century. Most of these claims were later exposed as hoaxes. In some Middle Eastern folktales, jinn grant unlimited wishes, but attach a heavy price, such as shortening the wisher's life or twisting each wish in cruel ways. Modern books and movies continue to explore this idea. Even Aladdin places strict rules on the genie's powers. He cannot kill, force love, or bring back the dead. These limits exist for one reason. Without rules, magic loses its meaning. So why do genies only grant 3 wishes? Because 3 represents balance, completeness, and consequence. It is rooted in ancient myth, reinforced by religion, and supported by modern psychology. More importantly, the 3-wish rule reminds us that unlimited power does not bring happiness. Thoughtful choices do. The story of the genie isn't really about magic at all. It's about human nature, our hopes, our fears, and our struggle to choose wisely. Now think about this. If you truly had 3 wishes, no tricks, and no loopholes, what would you choose, and why? Share your answer in the comments. If you enjoyed this story, like the video, subscribe to Mystique Memoirs HQ, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next journey into myth, mystery, and meaning. Until next time, be careful what you wish for.